Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? MegaMikey here. Before this video quickly begins, that made no sense. Before this video starts, I just wanted to say this video is really long, so I'm going to put certain parts up on the screen right now. If you want to go to my 1v1 gear for critical setup with damage along with conservative, click the part that says go to 1v1. If you want to go to the 1v1 deck setup, click go to 1v1 deck. If you want to go to the 2v2 part, just click go to 2v2 part. It's fairly quickly. It involves the gear and the deck and all that stuff. So hopefully this gear and deck setup helps you guys. If it does, leave a like. If you guys have any questions, comment down below and I will try to answer them as best as I can, because this is a bit long and a bit confusing, so I do apologize for that. I just had to cover a lot of stuff in here all in one video, so yeah, leave a like if you guys found this helpful, and yeah, let's just begin the video. My man's Hot Pockets. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MegaMikey here, back with my Storm Wizard for once. This has been requested for a while. If you can't tell by the title, this is my Storm gear and deck setup video. I have done one like this for my life. This will be fairly similar. It may take the same amount of time because Storm is kind of the same, honestly, like to life, just kind of, but I'll explain like how later on. So ignore these crates in the background because these are for gardening, and a lot of you have asked about my garden and like how I get my snacks. I'll show that. I'll just show that to you guys right now, actually. So basically what I'm going to explain in this video is, you know, what I wear for PvP, for 1v1 and 2v2, what I have and all that. So yeah, here's my garden real quick. I have 3 stacks of couch potatoes. Basically what couch potatoes give, they give golden pizza, killer tomatoes, shanta pudding, they give TCs such as infallibles and fortifies. You see all these star spells right here? I mean, no, minus the cycle of life. Oh yeah, literally everything on this page right here you can get from couch potato. Literally everything right here, every single one of these TCs you can get from couch potatoes. So I have couch potatoes. They also give mega snacks at at Elder. Sorry, at Elder they gave mega snacks. I don't have any on me because I kind of used them all, but they also give other snacks like golden pizza, which gives like 175. What else do they give? Shana puddings, I have 176 of those. 209 Taco Town specials. What else do they give? Yeah, they give other stuff, but that's how I get my gold. You see, I have max gold. I don't farm, guys. Literally, these things at Elder give like 1,000 gold, and I have 42 of these, so that's like 42,000 to like 60,000 gold right there. I say to 60,000 because sometimes they give like 100, like 1,100. They also give like just a bunch of those snacks that you can sell for a ton of gold. But anyway, that's just what I use to garden. A lot of people have been wondering what I used. See, I get conviction, amplifies. You see all that business, gold. So yeah, that's just what I use. So on to the gear and deck set. Let me just make sure that my stats. Okay, one sec. I gotta turn off my ports actually. Okay, I turned off my ports and went ahead into friends because I don't want to be disturbed. So anyway, let's just get started. I'm going to show what I use for 1v1 first. For 1v1. So I'm gonna strip naked like I did before. Just a little bit of nudity though. Just a little bit. Okay, so if you guys see these stuff, I was helping my friend Quest, so don't mind that in Fool's Game. And okay, so first things first. I don't have my robe off. Okay, so here we go. What I use basically is for 1v1. I'm gonna show you guys first. I recommend depending what approach you're going for. If you're going for conservative or critical, those are the only two. If you're going for full out critical and damage or conservative, Those are the only two things you should go for as a storm, anyways. And I would use this if you're going for a critical approach and damage. Use Hood of Desert Rains, Malicer's Cloak of Flux. I don't recommend anything else but that. Don't even use the Black Thunder armor. Just Malicer's Cloak of Flux. I would like I said, if you're going for critical, use Hood of Desert Rains. Malicer's Boots of Flux. I do have the heavy rain slippers, but you lose some. I mean, you gotta go defensive a little bit, guys. And I mean, block is a great thing. The heavy rain slippers, they only get like 7% crit. Wait, let me see. How much is it? It's 4%. So 4% isn't really that big of a difference. On top of that, I would much rather have block. I prefer to have block over. Like if I had to choose between these two for a critical approach, I would use the Boots of Flux. May sound weird because it's a critical approach, but you're not gonna block as much. I mean, I know you're going all out crit, but like you also want to stay alive too. I do not have the Jack Hollow's Whaler. Even if I did, since I don't, I have the Hades staff, and even if I did have the Jack Hollow's Whaler or the Hades staff of Tempest, I wouldn't use that. I would still use the Staff of Dragon's Maw, mainly because of the 13 Pierce. You want to get. This is the only wand in game with the highest pierce as of right now. The highest pierce wand in game is this one currently, and they only give it to Storm. So 13 pierce. You also get 100 critical and 95 blocks, so that's great. A theme, you can choose from two themes if you are lucky enough to even get one of these themes. Like if you get the Morgan Amulet, obviously use that. If you get the one from the Graveyard and Darkmoor, obviously use that. But if you have to choose between one of these, I would definitely choose the Blade of the Shadow Palace, mainly because if you do use Healing Currents, your critical is high as it is, so you're gonna if you do find yourself in a situation where you have to heal, then your 27 outgoing is gonna help a lot. On top of that, you get one extra damage. I mean, I would just do it for the outgoing, honestly, because like the healing, just in case you find yourself in a place where you gotta heal. Now before I had the Lady of Spider's Lore, I had I don't have it on me, but I think it's in my bank here. Let me show you guys what I used before. I had this Relic of the Fetid Lagoon, but after I farmed Morganth a few times for my life amulet, I ended up getting 5 Lady of Spider's Lures. So if you can, definitely use that, but if you can't, use the Relic of the Fetid Lagoon. Obviously for the critical, you also get some Pierce and Resist in that. So, but if not, then I highly recommend Amulet of Divine Influence if you can get that from Hades or Lady of Spider's Lure. They have the exact same stats. Literally, the Lady of the Spider's Lure is the exact same copy as the Amulet of Divine Influence, except you get one more Pierce if you change to the Amulet of Divine Influence. I mean, that's just your preference if you like blades, but I don't have that in my deck either, so. Oh yeah, Lady of Spider's Lure is a definite. And, Ring. If you can get the Band of the Shadow Web, please do so. But if you have Alpha and Omega Ring, that works too. I only say Band of the Shadow Web because, once again, the healing. I mean, you only lose 1 damage and 2 block if you change from Alpha and Omega Ring to the Band of the Shadow Web. And it's not that much of a difference, honestly. I mean, 1 damage won't kill you. Neither will 2 block. I mean, 2 block is literally like, I think from 0 to 1% chance. So, like, that's 2 block. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously 1%, but that won't kill you either, so. But in terms of this, I don't think it's 1%. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. The 24 incoming helps a lot, so that is that. Pet. If you're going for a critical and damage approach, I would recommend you getting a double damage, double crit, and proof. Wait, no, I would recommend getting you a triple crit, double damage, or a triple crit proof and damage, or a double crit double damage and proof. Those are the only 3 pets I recommend. And out of all those 3 pets I mentioned, I only have this one. If you guys saw my 19th pet to Mega, which I just uploaded recently, you saw that I got this to Mega, so that is what I have. I don't recommend anything else, honestly, because I don't have anything else. I mean, wait, no, that made no sense. I don't recommend anything else but a pet like this or the other 2 pets that I mentioned, because if I had one of those, I would show you guys, how I would use it. But since I don't, then I would highly recommend something like this. I only have pets with like a ton of fairies in it, so since I finally have a pet with that I used to use Shadow a lot. Shadow was great, double damage, double crit. This pet was beautiful, but until I got the exact same version of him with proof, I think that's better than having fairy, honestly. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what pet you get it on. Whether that would be like a Leviathan or a Stormcat, I don't think it really matters. But I have mine on a Mega Franken Bunny, and you get 2 pip healing currents. Regular healing currents cost 3 pips, so 2 pips. That's literally if you get a power pip and you're down health, that's 2 pips. There's really nothing I can say about it. It's a great spell. 2 pip healing currents. So, and for deck, I would try to go for a critical deck. Deck of Shadow Lightning works fine if you guys can get that. I farmed Morgantha a ton, and look, I have 4, 8, so that's 12. 12 plus 6, that's 18. And then I have multiple others, you see? So, guys, like, I have a ton. If you can get your hands on them, please do. If you farm the first boss of Darkmoor, I don't remember his name, but he's like a wolf guy, I think Howling Cheney, something like that. You do have a chance at getting this deck called, where is it? This deck right here, Duplicious Squire's deck. It gets 15 critical rating, so you can use that as well. It also gives you 58 health and a good sideboard like 39. But um, if you can get those two, please do so. But if you can even better get this deck right here called the Cards of the Howling Wolf, which you do have to craft. You can put in 9 storm copy spells, 40 treasure cards, all that. It even gives you 2 shadow resist, 18 storm critical, and 1 pip at the start of battle. That is something that the Duplicious Squires deck does not have. So if you can get a pip deck is what I'm trying to say, then please do so. That helps. And yeah, so that helps a lot. Then your stats will be 113 damage, 53 resist to the elementals, 33 to everything else, with an additional 35 to shadow because of your deck, if you have that deck, the one that I'm wearing. 37 accuracy to storm. You will most likely never fizzle. Even if you have a black mantle on you, there is a slight chance that you will fizzle. Slight chance of that happening. And on these, you would have exactly 500 crit, 290 universal critical block. That is insane. That is like over 60% block. I'll put the calculation right now up on the screen if you guys are curious. I'll put it off to the side. That is over 60% and 21 pierce. I would usually have an infallible up as a storm, and I use TC infallible. So if you do put up a TC infallible, which is 20% pierce, then you would have 41% pierce, which is insane. 85% power pip chance. You'll be like most likely to get them. Good healing incoming and outgoing. Um, because of your ring and the theme. Literally, that's where it all comes from. That's why I said that, like, if you guys want some boost, that's where it'll come from. So yeah, that was your stats. But if you're going for a conservative build, literally keep on the exact same thing that you're wearing. The only thing that I do want you guys to change, though, however, is the hat. If you put on the Malistair's Cowl of Flux, then to me that is conservative because then your stats will be 113 damage to Storm, 43 universal resist. That is some great universal resist for Storm anyways. 45 resist to Shadow, 30 accuracy to Storm. Storm spells have 70 accuracy. So with this 30, you have a 100% chance of casting the spell. Unless they put a black mantle on you, so that is that. Which you do have a slight chance of fizzling if they put a black mantle on you or accuracy debuff. 484 crit, 290 universal block, and 28 pierce. 28 pierce, guys. That is insane. 95 power pip chance. You see, so like literally, like if you put on that hat, a bunch of like the critical would decrease by a little bit, only by like 6 though. Yeah, only by like 6. Um, Pierce goes up by 7 more. Power pip chance goes up by 10 more, and Yeah, your resist goes up by a ton. Goes down for the elementals, but goes up for the other schools, which it does give a universal resist to all schools, which is great. So that is that. Now for the 1v1 deck, this is gonna be this is gonna be me finishing the 1v1 part. Then I'll get into the 2v2 deck setup and gear setup. So the 1v1, I'm just gonna go through it quickly just to save time. Um, Two stun blocks with this new age of PvP currently as I'm uploading this video. The strategy currently right now for most schools is save up full power pips. You know, maybe get an infile, maybe a couple blades. You stun your opponent, whether that would be with a Winter Moon if you're ice, a King Artorias if you're fire, a Storm Lord if you're storm, a Medusa, or just a regular stun if you're myth. Um, you know, what else is there? Like freeze TCs, stun TCs like that. And then you use your overpowered spell, which is like this, for example, for 5 pips and a shadow pip. That's insane. Like you can't do anything about that. Like you're stunned and then you get hit with an over. You can't do anything about that. So in order to prevent that, I would put up stun blocks. Now I know like I may have made that sound a bit dramatic, um, and especially since I only put two in, I know, but in my side deck I have 3 convictions, so that'll like help that out, that situation. Now I'm missing something from here. I think it's a yeah, it's a storm word. I'm gonna put that in real quick. So four tower shields. I also have 4 more on my side, so that's 8. You don't really need to shield much because one, you're storm. You're gonna be like constantly hitting your opponent. You won't need to shield as much. A ton of enchant. I have one, two, three. That's 4. 7 colossals and 2 gargantuans. So that is a total of 9 enchants in my main. And then on top of that, I have 5 enchants on my side. You like enchants. Now a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're storm. You have a lot of damage. You don't really need enchants." Well, I mean, the more damage, the better. You're already storm. You're doing a ton of damage. Why not do more? I mean, that's what storm is known for, damage. So I have in total 9 plus 5. That's 14 enchants total. Um, what else? 2 astrophobias. Just in case I have like full power pips and I want to put those up if I'm in a good spot, you know, I put those up. I also have 2 TC Dark Winds in my side deck, you know, just for like bubble changing if I don't want them to keep their bubble up. Like if they have a Doom and Gloom or if they have their own, you know, Pierce Crypt bubble, I want to change that. 3 Catalans in my main deck and 3 Catalans in my side deck. Mainly for the attack damage. It's not for the accuracy debuff. The accuracy debuff is cool. They do have a chance at fizzling, but other than that, the damage is great. The damage base, if you critical with no block, maybe like an infile up, it'll do like 4k. And that's just for 5 pips, guys. That's insane. Now, Glowbugs does the exact same thing, but that is only if you get a Shadow Pip. If you have a Shadow Pip and you can choose between these two, use the obvious one, which is Glowbug. It does a lot more damage. But once again, depending on the situation that you're in, whether they have shields up or, you know, if, you know, they have like a conviction up, you know, stuff like that. 2 cleanse charms just in case they affreet you, or like if a fire affreets you, or you know, it's just for regular stuff. You know, like if you have a storm dispel on you, you could just cleanse charm just to take out the storm dispel. Obviously, the cleanse charm won't remove the storm dispel, but if you cast the cleanse charm on you randomly, it'll just automatically take it off because you won't be able to cast it. And it's common sense actually. So if that makes any sense. 2 enfeebles, just in case there are some blade stackers like ice and you go first, and you know they're about to hit you. I mean, if you're in a good spot, I mean, but you feel that they're gonna hit you, like just regardless, if you feel that they're gonna hit you and you have enough pips, use it. Especially if they have a ton of blades. You know, it just cancels out their attack power even more. Um, 4 healing currents, and I also have 3 on my side. Healing is necessary, really, for every school. That well, not every school, but like for Storm, for 3 pips, you can do 1,000 health. That's great. Even if you don't get the 1,000, like if you don't get the 1,000, you have a lot of critical, like a decent amount. So if you do happen to critical, like if you get the 1k, you'll do 4k, or even 2k. Why did I say 4k? You'll do like 2k, maybe 3k. If you get the 400, do like 1k. You know, so it's just great to have. Literally, it's healing. Why wouldn't you want to heal? when needed. Glow bugs. I have a ton of these. I have 5 in my main, and oh, I don't have any in here. I guess I don't have any in my side. I may have to. Hold on a second. My side deck is horrible right now. Let's take out these Leviathans. Put in 2 of that, and take out 1 wild bolt. There we go. So yeah, 3 glow bugs in my side, and 5 in my main. It's a great attack. I would use that as your main actually, especially if you get multiple shadow pips like a lot. Great to have, honestly. They do 1,120 damage just for 5 pips and a shadow pip. That's insane. Especially if you go first, you know, that, no. It just does a lot of damage, what can I say? Glow bugs are overpowered. If you're in a predicament where you feel like you're gonna die, or if you're just like, you know what, my mom's making some, like a good home cooked meal, and I'm trying to end this battle real quick, just casting, just cast an insane bolt. You know, like if you just want to end the match quickly, like if you've been in the match for like 3-4 hours, and you're just like, you know what, I don't care about the rank anymore, I'm not having it, and you just so happen to have this. Just, I mean, it's literally like a win or lose card. Like if you know you're gonna die and the opponent is like, it's just a win or lose card, guys. Like I just have 2 in here. It's not like a main hitter type thing. It's just like a YOLO move. Like if you're like in a bad spot and you're like, I don't have any other options, any other cards, just insane bolt really. 3 King Artoriases. Not a main hit, just like a little like hit to do. They're really overpowered. It's like a storm owl for like 2 less pips, kind of, is what I'm gonna say it as. It's the same thing as a glow bug, but for like 3 less pips, I guess. I don't know. It's a glow bug for like 3 more pips, and without the shadow pip, I guess. So I just have 3 of those in. 4 Krakens just for small hits. Those are great to have. Another small hit I have are 2 Tritons. I also have, I don't have Tritons, okay. 3 Stormlords for the stuns and mainly for the damage, but like the stuns too, if you want to stun. And like most of the stuff from my side decks are just in case I can't find them in my main, guys. Also just in case I like want to find more, or I just want to like do a quick follow up. I have a lot of hits in my side, so that's that. 2 Storm Owl CCs are some big hits, you know, just in case you're feeling overpowered, like you feel on God, or you just want to go Super Saiyan. You know, Storm Owl is like on crack. Does like 2,000 damage for 10 pips with an enchant. Even without an enchant, like if you crit, it just does a lot of damage. 2 Prisms. A lot of people like to set for Storm these days, so if you can throw up a Prism, that's great. You know, just put their school at Myth. They may not have that much resist to Myth. If they do have a pet, however, where they have like Storm resist and Myth resist, you're kind of screwed. But then at that point, you already know that they're setting, so you're gonna want to throw up a Shrike. That's why I have 4 of them in here. Shrike is always good to have. You also have 28 Pierce with this build, so 50 on top of that. That is 78. If you if you have an infoul up, then you have 98. With all that on, just with all that on, you have 98. So that's insane. You literally pierce range. If they have like immunity, that's nothing now. Like I said, those 2 Tritons, a ton of bolts. As a storm, you're spamming class. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. You're literally a spamming class. You have high damage. You want to do some quick attacks. That's why I have 7 wobbles in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 wobbles in here. I also have 5 in my side. Wobbles are great to have. I have 12 in my deck because it's overpowered. 2 pips and you do 1,000 damage. Who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to have that much in there? You know, I mean, if you're not a spamming type of guy, then that's you. But, I mean, if you're telling me that I have a chance at doing 1,000 damage for 2 pips, I'm putting as much as I can. Like, I'm telling you that. Like, that's like, I have an example, but I'm not gonna say it. But anywho, so 2 reshuffles. You know, just in case you guys are curious, like I saw this one joke. It was like, it's not really a joke. It was like, if you have 2 buttons in front of you, if you push one of those buttons, you get an instant $1 million. The other button, if you push it, you have a 50% chance of getting 100 million. if there's a button that says I get an instant million, I'm pushing that button. At least I'm getting money. If I push the other one, I have a chance at getting money. So I'd much rather just take that chance. I mean, that was a terrible example, but just in case you guys wanted to hear it, because I wasn't going to. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Two reshuffles just in case the match wants to last a bit long, but you're Storm, you have a ton of damage and a bunch of attack cards. The battle shouldn't take long, but just in case it does, and you want to stay that long in a match, two reshuffles. I also even have two in my side. I sometimes discard them because, just to find more cards, but I mean, you never know when you're gonna need them. I basically covered my side deck, so I'm just gonna go over the things that I didn't cover in my side deck, which are three weaknesses, just in case you want to lower their attack damage. Minus 30% weakness is great, and like I said, three convictions for the stun. So that is that. For the 1v1 part of that, if you have like what I am wearing currently, your sideboard will look like this: 4 1 hits, two shadow blades, which you won't need them. Two shadow traps, which you won't need them. Three healing currents, which you have the Franken money pad. That's if you have it. And then two storm blades from your Lady of Spiders lore. So that is what your stats will be looking like. That's what I use for 1v1. And for the 2v2 part. 2v2 part, you wear the exact same thing. Well, when I 2v2 with Arthur Deathcaster, my part is I have literally what I'm wearing right now. I use my conservative build for 2v2. Great resist, amazing damage, great accuracy, good crit, great block, good pierce, great pierce actually. That's like almost 30 pierce. Power pip, you see all that's great. The only thing that I change is to my 2v2 deck, which is this. And I'm just gonna run through this quick just for time. I think this is like 30 minutes now, but 3 stun blocks just so I can share with him. I get that one extra just to share with him. There's something I didn't go over in my 1v1 deck real quick. Sorry. Here, let me. In my 1v1 deck, I do not have infallibles in my main. I have them in my side. I have 5 of them in my side because of the pierce. And I get 20 more pierce, 20 more accuracy, where the main card only gives 15. So I'd rather keep them in my side, where I can easily find them, where I can't in my main. So back to the 2v2 deck. Sorry about that. 2 volcanic shields, just in case we fight Storm. Just get a little bit of setting. I only have 2, so that's a little bit of setting. A bunch of tower shields, 5 in main, 5 inside. You can never get 2. You can never get 2 defense. Just get defensive, okay? It's a 2v2. You gotta protect each other, one another, share and care, love for each other. 9 enchants in main, and 5 inside, so that's 14 total once again. 2 infalls in main this time because inside I gotta have other stuff like a Doom, more AoEs like Sirens and Lords and Tempest, stuff like that. 2 Dark Winds for the damage just in case I want to take control. 2 Enfeebles for the blade just in case me and Arthur Deathcaster, just in case we're fighting somebody and their blade stacking to kill one of us. Just ruin their day, man. Make them flee. Enfeeble them. It's just gonna ruin their plan. 2 Catalans for the damage. If I still have the clip, I'll put a clip up right now where I destroy. Wait, no, it's not my video. It's Arthur Deathcaster's video. I'll link in the description. I wrecked this guy with a 9k Catalan. It was insane. The match has just gone on for so long, I just wrecked him with a 9k Catalan. But anyway, that's besides the point. Currents, I have 4 in main and 4 inside. I have 8 this time just to keep each other alive. 4 Dissipate just in case we fight Storm when a Storm dispel him. A bit of a set, I know, but who wouldn't want to prevent Storm from attacking? With all this damage and attack power and all that, you would want to, prevent them from attacking. 4 Glow Bugs and 2 inside. Side deck, you don't really need much. Obviously, glow bugs are a great thing to have, but I also have 3 sirens in main, 2 inside deck, 4 storm lords inside deck, and 4 in main. I have 8 this time because storm lords are quick. Like 7 pips. Where this is quick as well. It's shorter, but if you don't have a shadow pip, this is your second best thing to the short thing, like a short attack AOE. Tempest as well, but like Tempest is a pip builder. Like you can spam Tempest obviously, but if you just spam it with like one pip, it's not gonna do anything. So If you want to use Tempest effectively, I would have like a good amount of pips, like over 7. But if you just want to get an attack out there and you don't want to wait to build up pips for Tempest, that's where Stormlord comes in. It's a quick 7 pip hit. That's why I have 8 of those. I have 5 Tempest in main and 2 inside. That's 7 because, you know, Tempest, it's obviously like a spammable thing. Like, if the opponent brings their other opponent back to life, Tempest, you know, get some damage on the healer and just kill the other opponent that has been healed back just instantly, quickly. 5 Wild Bolts in main deck and none inside because like I don't really rely on wobbles like that. It's mainly the AoEs. 2 Stormblades just in case I want to build up, you know, some power. Arthur's Deathcaster also has Elemental Blade, so that builds up. 2 Mass Storm Prism just in case they're setting for Storm. You know, just bring their resistance to Myth, which they may not have a lot to. 4 Shrikes. Obviously, Shrike is good to have in 2v2 just in case they set for Storm. They have some high resist. You know, you want to pierce through it. I'm sorry I'm going quickly, but just for time purposes. 2 weaknesses in my side deck just to, you know, lower the attack damage. I have 1 Doom and Gloom. My deck is all over the place, but I just have that 1 Doom and Gloom just in case we're trying to prevent them from, like, just in case we're in a good spot, we don't want them to be in a good spot. So we just Doom and Gloom. 4 Infiles. The Infile is great to have for the pierce. Obviously, you want to pierce through them, get them down as quickly as you can. 2 Convictions just for the stun. Ain't nobody getting stunned up in this. So, you know, Storm, you trying to hit ASAP, bro. You can't really miss a turn if you're Storm, especially in the 2v2. Your partner's probably relying on you because you're Storm, so you don't want to miss a turn. You don't want to miss out. So I got those 2 Convictions. I also have 3 in main, so that's a ton of stun protection. 2 reshuffle just in case you want to give one to your partner or yourself, just in case you're running out of cards. 2v2s can take a while. So, 2 reshuffles. And yeah, that's really it. I'm just gonna end it off here. I just explained everything. So I'm gonna cut in the description. I'm gonna put where's my 1v1 setup, where's my 2v2 setup. You know, where's the deck setup part. So I'm just gonna cut that part up. I'm also gonna put in the 2v2 that I mentioned where I hit that 9k Catalan on somebody. That is on Arthur Deathcaster channel, aka Awesome the Sauce. I will put his link in the description. Other than that, this has been MegaMikey. If you guys haven't checked out my 19th pet to Mega video, which involves this pet, King Cody. Check it out, link in the description. I just uploaded it recently. If you're watching this on the day that it's being uploaded, just uploaded it recently. Go check that out. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a highly requested video, so here it is. Storm PvP, Life PvP, and Balance PvP to come. Balance is practically done. I just need to get my Dark one and I'm set to PvP. So, stay tuned for other videos on my balance, pets videos, on with the pet talents. Stay tuned for that. Check out my homies' channels. That'll be in my sub box. If you want to go check them out, feel free. Once again, thank you guys for watching. This has been MegaMikey with my Storm gear and deck setup. And I will see you guys in my next video. Man, that was fast. My man, that's a record. Not really, but my man.